There's a trope in horror films where there'll be a chase sequence between the killer and one of the other characters. The runner will come across a choice between safety and certain death and will invariably choose death. Speaking from personal experience, this is 100% accurate, and I'll tell you exactly how in a story that I like to call The Time I Was a Teenage Horror Victim. Before I go any further, there are two things I have to say. Firstly, I have shared this story on Reddit. Here is the story, here I am logged into that account, and here's my entry to RoastMe. Incidentally, RoastMe is hilarious and I'll link to my thread in the description below. Secondly, this story happened as part of a live action role-playing game, or LARP, called Assassin. I've done a video on what the Assassin LARP is and I'll link to it here, but long story short, the aim is to kill the other players using in-game weapons without being spotted by people not playing. Anyway, on to the story. Near the start of my second year of university, I played in my very first game/round of Assassin. On the Friday night of that round, I needed to use one of the university's computer labs, so I caught a bus onto campus. As I sat down in the chair near the door, I spotted another player. We make eye contact, and he has the blackest eyes I have ever seen. My first thought was, crap, he's after me. We nod at each other, and I immediately start planning the route from the bus stop where I'd get off to the computer lab as I panicked quietly. The route was simple and mostly safe. Off the bus, up some stairs, down the brightly lit and populated main route through campus, down a dark, dingy, isolated alleyway, through the door with the busted keycard reader, down the dark corridor, and then into the brightly lit and populated computer lab. All while avoiding the guy that's probably trying to kill me. As you can probably tell from the title of this video, something went wrong. So, the bus arrives at the bus stop, and since I'm sat next to the door, I'm off like a flash. Step 1, done. Next, I'm up the stairs like there's no tomorrow, taking 2 stairs at a time. At the top, I'm still alive. Step 2, complete. Onto the brightly lit and populated section. I want to get to safety as quickly as possible while not standing out and or looking suspicious. This results in a half walk, half run that probably made me stand out like a sore thumb, which was probably exacerbated by me glancing around furtively to see if I was being followed. Regardless, I get to the end of the segment alive and well, so step 3 done. At this point, I go from bright and populated to dark and isolated. So far, I haven't seen the other guy since the bus, so I start to feel a bit safer. As I'm heading down this route, the worst thing imaginable happens. My bladder suddenly decides that it was full and that I needed to pee. There's a dark and dingy toilet just off my way to the computer room, but I have to decide if I'm going to pee or going straight to safety. As I head down this route, I keep throwing looks around for my pursuer and still don't see him. I get to the door, so step 4 complete. As soon as I head to the door with the busted keycard reader, I'm faced with my life or death choice. Ahead of me, at the end of the dark corridor, the warm, welcoming glow of the computer lab and the safety offered by way of possible witnesses and places to hide. Just off to my right, the dark, public and probably empty toilets where, if I was being pursued, would result in my certain death. You can probably tell what my choice was. I head into the dark and dingy toilets and head over to the urinal, foregoing the safety of heading into one of the empty stalls. I start doing my business feeling safe. That's when I hear the door squeak open. I look over, curious as to who's entered, mostly forgotten about the guy from the bus. My vision is suddenly filled with the orange tip of a revolver. At this point, I swear I started peeing harder. As soon as I see the revolver, it fires, killing me instantly. In-game, whoever entered those toilets next would have found my body in a pile with my pants around my ankles and my parts in my hands, as I laid in a puddle of my own urine. In reality, life went on. I finish up, wash my hands and head to the computer room to do whatever it was I came in to do. Afterwards, I joined the bar crawl that was going around campus and passed the name of my target to the guy that killed me. The target is their problem now. I can relax for the rest of the round. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the time I was a teenage horror victim. I'd love to hear what you guys thought in the comments below. I do have a few more stories of playing Assassin, and if you'd like to hear them, please let me know in the comments below. And with that, I'll end this video here. Bye everyone.